Hello, everyone. Dear friends, welcome to my free 3-day challenge for the healers. Unlock your inner healing power. Hello, everyone. Please let me know if you can hear and see me well by typing in the chat. And then I will know that we can start. Today will not be a usual webinar. I want us to really communicate not only with the words, not with only me talking and you typing, but I would also like us to communicate on the energy level. Because energy doesn't have any limitations with the space and time. Any person watching me today, both online, live, or as a recording, you can create energy connection with me. I would like everyone today to participate actively, and by the end of that webinar, you will get some results. Thank you, girls. Thank you, Nemjana and Lena, for letting me know that you can hear and see me. So now I know that we can start. I have today a presentation here. Here it is. If you can see the presentation well. So today we are starting to unlock your inner healer. And our first day, the topic today is how to understand if you do actually have any healing abilities. I'm so excited to start that challenge today, and hopefully you feel the same. So if you can hear me well, if you can see me well, and if you can both hear and see me well, please type 3 in the chat. So our plan today, this webinar will take about 1 hour or 1.5. We will see how we go. The recording will be available on my YouTube channel under the same link that you entered now, and you can watch it again if you like. You can actually also share it if you have some friends who might benefit from that webinar. Today we will talk about the abilities you need to become a healer, how to understand if you do really have those abilities, and we will do a couple of meditation practices. One practice I will do to connect you with different types of energy, just to demonstrate you, to give you the idea what you can do with the energy and what is the energy healing, in case you never experienced it like that, because not all the people had ever energy healing on themselves. And also some people never had this experience online. And another practice will be very important, and you will all benefit of it. I will do that at the end of the webinar, so please stay with me till the end. This will be a practice that will start a process inside you to actually reveal your inner healing power and to let you understand better your abilities and to start them showing more. Hopefully you will like it, so please stay with me till the end of that webinar. And it's time now to say a few words about myself, why you should be watching me, why you should be listening to me, why you should be trusting me. My name is Natalia. I'm the master teacher of energy practices in Tibetan Academy. Like many of you, for many years, I used to think and pretend being normal. Though since my childhood, I noticed that I did have some unusual abilities. For example, I had very sharp intuition. I could feel the energies, like the energy of people or the energy of the place. I could feel the flows of energy in specific places. Especially, I noticed in the old temples, those temples that are about 1,000 years old. Usually, there would be a spot where you could feel a strong flow of energy. I've been always an empath, and I could feel emotions and pain of other people like my own. Sometimes I could even feel and sense what other people think. Because of that, sometimes it was for me quite uncomfortable to be in a crowded place and connect with too many people because it was very uncomfortable for me, as if there is always a background noise. If you ever had that feeling, if you've ever felt something like I'm telling you now, please share your experience in our chat. Here is very safe environment and very friendly environment I'm creating. So people with unusual abilities, we can share our um, emotions, our feelings, and share what we really are. Um, though I always noticed those abilities in myself, I really tried hard to pretend being normal. I tried to live like a normal person and to want normal things like to get high education, to get corporate career, buy property, get married, have kids. I did succeed in nearly all of that. By the age of 33, I had 3 high degrees. I had a few successful corporate careers. I've been married and divorced 3 times, but I still had a feeling that I'm not living my own life. Have you ever had that feeling that you don't really belong anywhere? Like, for example, in the corporate career, like I noticed that all the people around me took that career, took that job really seriously. But me, I always felt that this is like a kid's game. I couldn't take it seriously, whatever I was doing. I was pretending to be like everyone else. I was pretending to love those corporate events and parties and networking, to be interested in mortgage and to discuss the exchange rates for the currencies. But it was never really true. These kind of things never really interested me. And by the age of 35, I came through quite a deep personal crisis, which put me on the path of spiritual development. Actually, this was a story about my daughter. I think I will tell about that a little bit later, maybe tomorrow, or maybe I will just create a post about this story. But this crisis put me on the spiritual path, and I actually noticed that most of the people I know at the moment, most of the people I communicate, most of my friends and even family are spiritual healers. So I quite understand people of that kind. And I noticed that most of the people step on that path due to some kind of crisis. It is not 100%, but most of them. Either going through divorce or maybe losing a loved one, losing a close relative, um, inability to have kids, like it was in my case, or losing a job, serious disease you are going through. And lots of people, due to the crisis, manage to step on their path. If this is something that you are going through, please share that in the chat. Please let me know. I would like to know if you have a similar experience. And then while I stepped on that spiritual path, I started craving for any kind of spiritual knowledge. At the time, being 35, I was living in Australia, in Melbourne, and I started with the products that were available in the English-speaking market. I started with Reiki Shikiryoho, the most popular Reiki school in the English-speaking world. And it did help me a lot. So connecting with that energy really put me on the right path. Then I started studying like whatever was available. I studied theta healing, I studied access consciousness, and then I finally met my teacher, Satya Khan. He is the person who founded Tibetan Academy. He actually spent 17 years in the northern Nepal in Tibet, and he practiced in the monastery, old and ancient practices. And he did a really great job for adapting this ancient, authentic spiritual knowledge for the Western world. Satya Khan started this academy in Europe, in Bulgaria, and then he started in Russia. Mainly at the moment, he's teaching in Bulgarian and in Russian. But when the academy was growing, he was teaching, and some of his students became teachers as well, like myself. And then we decided that it will be my part of mission to develop Tibetan Academy in the English-speaking world, because I do know English, being a dual citizen of Russia and Australia. And so Tibetan Academy exists since 2008, so it is more than 12 years now. And our English-speaking academy is not very big, but it is very international project, and I love it. We do have students from US, from Australia, from Canada, from Europe, from Singapore. And it is really amazing how on the energy level, using modern technology, we can communicate, we can have online practices and develop our abilities. So I'm working with Satya Khan since 2015, and I've joined this mission to make this knowledge available to all the English-speaking world. So all the people on the planet, if they wish, could access the knowledge which will help them on their spiritual path. So I will get back to you on the full screen. This is very, very good. And now we will start talking about their abilities as it is, as they are. Give me one moment. So I can see that you were responding here. I'm very, very glad to hear and from my students. Hi, Ninetta. Hi, Silvia. I'm very glad that new people are joining our webinar. Okay, so answering our question, how do you know if you do have any healing abilities? I would start talking again about myself, but maybe this will relate to you as well. and about my observations. Usually, the people who do have healing abilities, they're quite different from other people. The first thing is, while most of the people are aimed to consume, and they came to this life with the idea to consume as many things as they can, to get pleasures of the physical world, which is also nothing wrong about that. Other people come here with the idea to help others. You can see people who have a potential to become healers. They are usually the people who have desire and motivation to help others. They are the people willing to make this world a better place for everyone. What are the signs of you being a spiritual healer? Quite often, not always, of course, those people are born in the family where someone is already a spiritual healer. So if you were born in the family, if some of your ancestors, relatives are doing some kind of spiritual healing, it is high chance that you've chosen that family for a reason. Lots of people, not all of them, lots of people who are who have experience in energy healing from their previous lives, they would have that energy sensitivity. But this is not all the time, because lots of good healers are not quite energy sensitive. Most of the energy healers I know, they are empaths. So they have the ability to feel other people's emotions, to feel other people's pain, and they have a desire to help. That combination I can see in nearly all the healers I know or see. Also, people who do have some experience with the healing from the previous lives, usually you are quite dragged with any kind of spiritual content or knowledge. Usually people of that kind, once they start searching for something, they start reading and watching videos, trying to find the right information and the right path. We do need some kind of information to put us on the right track. Also, how you can understand that you do have some abilities. People with their abilities usually have quite good intuition. It ever happened to you that you had some intuitive revelations, that you have some dreams when you see the events and they come true? Or you just get the intuitive insight that something that will happen, and it actually does happen. Usually we also tend to underestimate ourselves. I noticed that nearly all the spiritual healers I know, they are very inconfident people. They always doubt themselves. They always doubt their intuitive revelations. They tend to always see themselves as wrong. And if there is any kind of conflict with other people, they always put blame on themselves. This is what we are like. And now let's go a little bit deeper. But before that, I would like to ask you to give me some feedback in the chat. If anything of what I'm saying relates to you in any way, please let me know. I can see Mariana, the first comment that what you're talking about, so true for me also. Always asking myself, what are you doing here? But don't have enough self-confidence to start working as a healer, to choose the way how. That is a very good comment. Mariana, thank you for that. And we will talk a little bit later about what you need to do to get that confidence and to choose that way. Yes, I can see that what I'm saying does relate to you. I'm very happy that the right people came here today. And now we are ready to go a little bit deeper. And why is that, do you think, that some people come to this world with that kind of qualities? Why some of people come here willing to help, willing to heal? Why do we have those abilities which we notice since being kids? And why are we doubting ourselves? Let's start with the more simple questions. Where do you think those unusual abilities are coming from? Some people think it's a gift, yes, gift from God or gift from some higher creatures, that this is a gift that someone gave to us. Do you think that way? I actually believe that our abilities and qualities, they are not a gift. We do have them as a result of a big study, of a big practice, and of the job we have done in our previous incarnations. I believe that we are all immortal souls and we are coming to this world many, many times. And it was created originally that only 10% of souls at the same time can be on the way of their personal evolution, on the way of spiritual development. So at all the times, about 10% of people are in the process of their spiritual growth, of their personal evolution. So we are the healers. We are the people on that way. From one life to another, we are coming to develop our abilities, to help people, to have this planet, we're trying to make this world a better place. And the reason we're doing that, because we have a feeling, intuitive feeling, even if we don't remember that information exactly, that the souls are immortal. And it is important not only to consume while you are here in the physical world, but to do something for the progress of our civilization, specifically for the spiritual progress, not only for technical progress, not only for science. But it is important to raise the vibrations of the souls for ourselves and to help other people also to raise their vibrations. Because intuitively we feel that it is what really matters. This is why we come here time after time. So if you do have that feeling, if you do have that interest towards the healing, be sure that you've been healer, you've been a spiritual healer before. You've been a spiritual healer in your previous lives. And this is where you have that talents from. And this is where you have that desire to help others. I would like, I started this challenge and my main idea is to let other people like myself, to let you, the healers, know that you are special. And stop pretending being normal. Stop pretending being like everyone else. Stop trying to fit yourself in those frames of being usual, being nothing special. And put your attention to what really matters, to your abilities, to your talents, what they are. And it is very important to us to really express ourselves, to develop our talents. Why do you think it is important? I can see your comments here. Yes, that you always doubt yourself. Athena is saying that my dreams were always intuitive for the biggest events. Why do not I have trust in me? From the soul. Why you do not have trust? That's a good question. I believe that because we are betraying ourselves, so at the moment that we are trying to pretend being normal, at the moment that we are trying to hide our abilities and talents and not to develop them and to do just normal things like everyone else is saying us that we should, at that moment we are betraying ourselves and we're not living our true life. We're not really us. So that is a part of the reason why we cannot trust ourselves. Because I know spiritual people, many of them, they have really great intuition. They get really great intuitive insights, but still prefer to listen what other people say and to trust other people rather than yourself. This is something that we really need to change and we really need to focus on. And this is something we will start doing with you today. The best way for a person like myself and for any of you, the best way to get back to yourself, to restore that connection that you probably lost to some extent, the best way is their energy and meditative practice. We will do now a practice together, and during that practice, you will improve your connection with yourself. You will get some intuitive insights. Ninetta, welcome. Ninetta is saying, I always knew I have this gift like my grandmother from my mother and her feminine lineage many centuries in a row. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. And there is a reason, Ninetta, why you've chosen that family. Because being a spiritual person, being a healer, for us, it is very convenient to be born in a family where already is the healer who will help us to develop our talent, who will give us some practical and theoretical knowledge. And then we have a teacher in our family and we don't need to look for a teacher at the start. Oh, you see, you're already on the right track. Ninetta remembers that, like her grandma taught her to help her little children after I gave birth, always that they had health issues. Yeah, actually, that is what I'm doing as well. I started actively practicing energy practices being a young mom. I had my child pretty late at 35. And this is the moment where I started learning Reiki. And I gave Reiki to my daughter every day since she was born. And actually, it gives very good result because my daughter is really never sick. Believe it or not, she was at the doctor's about 2 times in her life. She's 7 years old now. Even if she's sick, she has such a mild form of any disease that it is very hard to even notice. And when all other kids get sick all the time, this really makes lots of people wonder, what are you doing? She's also very spiritual and I'm teaching her since being a child. She has already Reiki initiation. She has initiation in Tibetan practices, which I will tell you later about what it is. She already has so much knowledge about immortality, about communicating with other souls, about channeling, etc. And she's gaining more knowledge since being a child. Very lucky for her and very good choice of the family. Okay, ladies, I think that we are all ready to do some really good practice. Are you ready? Please type yes in the chat. I'm so happy that we're doing that now. And I'm so happy to have you here with me. Okay, I can see you already. Yes. I can see you already now. Okay, let's start. Please sit comfortably or even lie down comfortably. And get ready to concentrate on your inner world. Let's make a deep breath in and breathe out. And we will start connecting with the energy. Imagine there is a flow of energy entering your seventh chakra, the top of your head, going through your chakra, down from the seventh chakra to the first. And at the same time, there is another flow of energy from the earth entering your root chakra and going up. All the energy in your body is getting balanced. Your emotions are getting balanced. Your thoughts are vanishing in the flow of energy. Imagine that you are now in a very beautiful place at the beach. You see the rocks and the water. The sun is shining and there is a warm sand under your feet. There are lots of flowers and green around. Imagine and feel that all the beautiful world was created with a big love from the energy of unconditional love. And that energy is everywhere. Imagine that white, light, sparkly energy is filling your whole body. That all the space within the borders of your body is getting full of that energy of unconditional love. With every second and every moment, you're concentrating that energy more and more. And at certain moments, you feel that you have so much energy of love inside that you start radiating it. Imagine you are radiating the energy of unconditional love. And while doing so, you connect with me. And we become one. Now, I command to unlock your inner healing power, to connect you with your true self, and to get you a feeling of who you really are. Ask yourself, what is your strongest healing ability? What is that you're willing to do the most? Why you're here, and what is your life mission? And now just give yourself time to get those answers. And we finish that practice now. If you did get some answers, you can share those in our chat. If not, don't be upset or nervous. The way how it is working. So through that practice, I started some process in you, and maybe in the coming days, you will get some new ideas, some new thoughts. Maybe you will feel a little bit different and start acting a little bit differently. So I set you on your spiritual path and on the path towards understanding, understanding yourself and I've done something here. Now I'm back. I can see the chat. Leave me an email. I can communicate with you. I will type my email later. And I can give you my WhatsApp as well, if you're willing to communicate. So in that practice, I put you on a certain path where you will be walking towards meeting your true self. Meeting your true self and meeting your power, your inner healer, and developing it further. Let me know, could you feel some energy or what were your feelings during that practice? Really interesting for me to know. Okay, I will. Okay, let's continue our today's topic. What else I wanted to discuss with you today? To summarize what I've said before, that some people do come to this world with distinctive abilities to become healer. And those abilities they've got as a result of their work as a healers in the previous lives. Okay, I can see your comments now. Katalin is saying I had quite a strong tingling sensation in almost every part of my body. Yes, that was the reaction of your body to the energy I was sending to you. Athena felt connected with the earth and sky like channel. Excellent. I feel really strong energy, but also kind of old block in my head, so I couldn't see the answers. Marijana, that's good that you noticed that. This is something for you to work with. I think that what happened that as a part of trying to be normal, you at some stage blocked your ability to get intuitive revelations and cut yourself of that ability. This is very important to work with that block, to get rid of it, and then your ability will start getting back to you. If we will be talking about the reasons why spiritual people, why healers come into this world are so unconfident, are so scared to express themselves, are so scared to talk about their abilities. Big part of that reason is the fear. And that fear is coming also from our previous lives. Being spiritual people, being magicians, being energy healers, in many our lives, we got into trouble. Because people tend to be scared of anything they cannot understand. And it happened in all the times a lot that people like us got in trouble, were blamed being witches, were taken to the prison, were killed. And this is a big part of the reason we don't want to reveal our power. This is the big part of the reason that we want to hide it. But I'm saying that from my own experience, because it took for me lots of inner work before I could come like that and talk to you about that things. I started working towards that direction in 2014, and it took me a long time until I could really get brave enough to go online like that and on YouTube channel to talk about unusual abilities, to talk about my experience, about my previous lives, etc. And from my own experience, I know that it was very strong fear coming from my previous lives. And I worked a lot with those experiences. I've done special practices to release those fears. And I came to understanding, even like if we were killed thousands of times, even we've got in trouble so many times, we came here for the reason. And we came here not to be scared and hiding. We came here to develop our path. We came here to continue what we've been doing before. And these times are so good for us. We have modern technology on our side. Look how easy it is now to talk to people. You don't need to go to the city square. You don't need to be in their secret society. You don't need to be in any kind of group to be talking about that. You can go online. No one is killing spiritual people those days. It is legal. You can do energy healings online. It is very safe, very easy. And people these days do need help. Look at what is going on in the world. People have so much anxiety. People have so much stress. And this is something we can help them with. Okay, I can see your questions here. Ninetta is here. Ninetta, as usual, when we work together, I felt a powerful infusion of energy and I had some visions about what I have to do. Is it possible to heal people just talking to them? Of course, it is possible. And you cannot say about yourself that you are just talking. I'm also just talking to you now, but I'm also influencing you in a way, and I'm working with you on the energy level as well, because I do put energy in what I'm saying. And asking right questions, saying right words is also a healing. Motivational speaking is also a healing. There are so many things we can do being a healer. How can you work on yourself to gain more self-confidence? This is actually something I was planning to talk to you next time, but maybe we can do some practice for that even this time. I'm very flexible and I don't go by any set plan. I want us to be here friends. I want us to share. I want to connect. I want to create a group of people where we can work on that together, where we can work on our self-confidence together. Actually, we're doing that already in our Tibetan Academy. As I mentioned before, we have a group for practices for all our students where we work on things like that. We do a group energy practices where we connect together and work for every student with his request. Someone requires more confidence, someone has a health problem, someone has emotional issues, and we are doing all that. We can do another practice with you specifically for the confidence. But you also need to understand what I'm saying, that having that confidence is the choice. To gain that confidence, you need to choose yourself first. You need to make this choice not to try to meet everyone else's expectations or what is right or wrong, but to believe in yourself and to believe that you are right and you're special and you came here with a mission. And then doing that choice, you need to make that choice every moment of your life, choosing yourself, choosing to trust yourself, not other people, and doing practicing, doing energy practices, practicing with your healings. Through the practice, you gain the confidence. Also, it does help to be in the right company. When you have a group of people sharing the same interests, supporting you, it does help. Having a good teacher, good leader does help a lot. Having a supportive community. I'm actually lucky in this life. In that sense, I'm lucky because finally, after all my marriages and divorces in my current family with my partner and with my daughter, I get all the support. My partner, he's also from Tibetan Academy. We met through our hobby, which became a job later. So we met on the seminar, on energy practices seminar. And now, so I have a partner and my daughter who are all healers, and we share that interest in the energy healing. It does help a lot when someone, when all the people around you are on the same page, when you are doing the same thing. All right, let's do another practice. This practice I will do especially for Katalin to give you a bit of idea how you can increase your self-confidence as a healer. Please sit down comfortably or even lay down. Visualize that you're creating that energy connection with me. And through that connection, I will send you the energy and healing intentions. Now, imagine just for 1 minute that you do have that confidence in yourself. That you go on public, you go online. That you talk to people about your abilities, about what you can do for them. Imagine yourself being so confident that people trust you and people go for your help and ask for help and they're ready to pay. Observe your feelings and emotions at that moment. Any unpleasant reactions in your body, anything painful or heavy that you can feel, perceive in your body. Concentrate on those emotions. And just observe how the strong flow of energy is dissolving all of that is. All the blocks in your astral body, all the negative emotions, all the inconfidence and what it is made of is being destroyed and dissolved. Everything that is blocking the manifestation of your healing abilities, everything that stops you from being a healer, everything that locks your inner power inside and doesn't let it to show and shine. I command to destroy it and to dissolve that with the flow of energy. Just observe how all those negative emotions, all those blocks are going away. And now try to find that little bit of confidence in yourself whatever it is. Find that little bit of confidence that you do have. And I will start enhancing it. Imagine your confidence is growing bigger, as well as your inner healing power. It is getting bigger and bigger, reaching the edges of your body. And then going further, getting out of your body. And keep expanding. Your confidence is so big, it will fill the whole house. And keep expanding it to as big as you can imagine. Start radiating your confidence and your power through the whole surface of your body, all the directions. But feel how easily you can influence the space around you and how far you can reach with your energy. And now bring all that energy back and feel all that calmness and power and confidence, which will stay with you forever. Please give me some feedback. Do you feel any different now? Do you feel confidence? I can see here are comments. I will answer that. And Meta is asking, self-doubt is the body's fear of winning one shift to enjoyment. The winning attitude next is responsible, then associative, then analytical, then productive, then optimistic, enthusiasm, love. Thank you for that comment, Annette. I will type my email here. Actually, you can find my contacts under the video. Under each video on the channel, there are contacts. There is Instagram, Facebook, there is email, there is WhatsApp. You can use those to contact me. Okay, so what else we need to talk with you today? That it is on the first day of our challenge. The next live stream we will have on Monday. And Monday we will talk more about what you can do to develop your healing abilities. And on Wednesday, we will talk about how you can use your abilities to become professional healer, to make this your business. Of course, we will do more practices like that. So if you love my practices, please join. We will talk about practical things, and we will have more cool experience together. Okay, I have a question here. Athena is asking, is it possible to be a healer if you cannot heal yourself first? Yes, it is possible to be a healer. And I believe you do not need to choose. You can work with yourself and you can work with others. Not all the healers on that planet are 100% healthy. We're all humans in these bodies. We do have problems. But the more you practice with yourself and with others, the more you develop your power, the easier it is for you to heal even yourself. In my family, as we're all healers, we now came to the state when we're not really getting sick. Like even there is a virus or flu, we always have it in a very mild form. Sometimes in 2 hours, we already recover because we're using the energy to heal ourselves. I don't remember in the last 3 years being really sick. We overcome that really easily. My advice is that you need to work with your healing power and to practice on yourself, but on others as well. You can do that simultaneously. You don't need to heal yourself first and then to heal someone else. In our group practices in Tibetan Academy, we are working with different things. We're working with ourselves. I'm teaching self-healing techniques. We're working with the patients, like in the groups, we divide as a healer patient and practice like that. We work not with only with the health, but also with emotional issues. We work with different situations, with desires, goals, because you can use your power to manifest your desires as well. And in the coming days, we will talk more about that. For everyone who will be watching that as a recording, please also type your comments because I will be checking them as well, and I will try to respond in the chat. Also, we can communicate through email. If you receive my invitations to those videos, you can respond to them. I will read and answer. And for today, I think we can finish. And on, I will see you next time. I will see you on Monday. It will be evening time in Europe. And I will send you beforehand by email that invitation. It was a pleasure for me to be with you today. And please come on Monday. Bye for now. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.